Hello everyone and welcome to the Chrissy B Show. Now we are going to be giving another special mum, Melanie Brown, a well-deserved makeover thanks to her daughter Lenishae, who told us all about her. And we'll find out more about this story in just a little while. Now for Melanie's makeover, she'll be in the safe hands of our makeup artist, Maegan Gregoire. And if you know someone that deserves a makeover, do get in touch with us. You can do so via our website, chrissybshow.tv. You can tweet us at Chrissy B Show or leave a comment on our Facebook page, The Chrissy B Show. And just to let you know, you can even nominate yourself. That's perfectly fine. If you feel like you need some relaxation time, some pampering, it's fine to nominate yourself too. So back to today's guest, Lenishae Brown got in touch with us to nominate her awesome mum, Melanie. So let's welcome Lenishae. Hello, my love.
Hi.
How are you?
All right, thank you.
So thanks so much for writing into us. Now tell us why you felt your mum is so special, just briefly, because we're going to go into your story a bit more later. Why she's so special and why she deserves a makeover?
Well, when I was younger, I was a really badly behaved child and she went through so much stress with me. And
I was, yeah.
And then I moved out when I was 15 and then she had my little sister and brother as well to deal with. And they were badly behaved and now my brother's got ADHD. So she's just dealing with a lot of stress at the moment.
Okay, would you say that she doesn't really take time for herself?
None at all.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so now you've kind of like forced her to take some time. All right. Well, it's lovely that you've brought her here today and we are going to do our best to make her feel special. But like I said, we are going to be hearing your story a bit later on. Okay,
that's great.
All right, guys. So also after the makeover, I'll be giving my own tips on how to give back to your parents and to keep them happy. But in the meantime, it's time for news with Jenny, who was in central London earlier. Let's take a look.
Hi Chris and the Chrissy B Show viewers, it's Jenny here doing the news segment in a slightly different setting compared to the usual, which is something different. So today's show is about giving back to another very special mum and to treat her into a makeover. So my first news item for you is actually about the Celebrity Mum of the Year Awards, which are coming up very soon. And so the Celebrity Mum of the Year shortlist has also been announced with some common favourites and a few new entries. And this I got from the huffingtonpost.co.uk website. But it's icelolly.com that put these open nominations on their website, giving the public the chance to vote who they wanted on the shortlist. And now people can vote for the mums who made the top 10. So I'm going to go through the top 10. Starting off with Billy Fires, the Towie star, and mum to 1-year-old Nelly with fiancé Greg Shepherd. So this mum, who won Celebrity Mum of the Year 2015, said, "I felt really honoured to have won last year. It's a great feeling to have been nominated for the second year in a row." So good on her for getting on the nominations list again this year. So next up we have Colleen Rooney. So she gave birth to a third son, Kit, in January 2015. She's already a mum to Kai, 6, and also Clay, 2 years old. Then next we have Adele. So the singer is mum to 3-year-old Angelo and only opened up about being a mum after a 3-year hiatus in October 2015. And in her first interview, she said, "Motherhood is hard. I had no idea. It's hard, but it's phenomenal. He makes me into something, but he makes me feel young, and there's nothing more grounding than a kid kicking off and refusing to do what you're asking of them." I'm afraid so. But also next up we have Danielle Lloyd. Lloyd is a mum of 3 to Archie, 5, Harry, who's 4, and George, 2, with footballer Jamie O'Hara, but they're not together anymore and is actually seeing somebody else, if I'm not mistaken. Next up we have Emily McDonough, who's Peter Andre's wife. She's a mum to 2-year-old Amelia and has made the shortlist too, but McDonough isn't in the spotlight as much of the other mums on the list. But asked recently whether she'd be having any more soon, she said, "I really want to see how my work's going. It's quite difficult for me as I love my time with Millie and I feel we have such a good one-on-one time," which is of course very important for mums and their children. Next up we have Giovanna Fletcher. So Giovanna Fletcher is the wife of McBusted's Tom Fletcher and is mum also to 1-year-old Buzz. I love that name. She's currently also pregnant with the couple's second child. Congratulations to them. And the couple are known for posting viral videos, including their bump to Buzz compilation. I actually watched it. It's very, very cute, so I do recommend to have a look at that. Jessica Ennis-Hill, the Olympic athlete, is mum to 1-year-old Reggie with long-term partner Andy Hill, and she recently spoke to the Telegraph about being a working mum, admitting it can be a juggle. And actually saw Jessica compete in the 2012 Olympics here in London, and she was in great form, one of the best times of her life, I can remember her saying, and it's great to see her start a family, which is great for her. Katie Price is also in the list, a mum of 5 to Harvey, 13, Junior 10. She also has Princess 8, Jet 2, and Bunny, who's 17 months old, and she's a regular actually in this short list, and congratulations to her as well for getting on it again this year. She's hit the headlines actually recently for something else about allowing Princess, her 8-year-old daughter, to wear makeup, and Bunny to get ears pierced. And I know this was going around social media and had lots of bashers actually talking about it. So that's good on you, Katie Price. Louise Pentland, who is a YouTuber who has the channel Sprinkle of Glitter. She's perhaps the less known than all the other mums on the list, but she makes a living as a YouTuber, and she's also mum to 4-year-old Darcy. Next up, we have Sam Fires, whose sister is also in the list, and she's given birth to her first child in December 2015 with boyfriend Paul Knightley. She actually frequently posts updates and photos of her newborn son, Paul Tony, on Instagram, which is very cute. And these nominations are open until 12th of February 2016. Votes are open until 12th of February 2016. And anyone can vote for the celebrity they think is the most deserving of the awards online. So that's interesting, and I'm sure we'll hear more about that later on. But moving on to our next story is actually about another very, very special mum, a big-hearted mum here, it says, of 3 with terminal cancer. So big-hearted mum of 3 with terminal cancer left beloved husband a how-to book on household chores, and this I got from the Mirror, which is actually very, very sweet. So brave Denise Oakley, 48, from Derby, wrote practical advice for partner Paul Walton, 55, on how to cook, use the washing machine, and even where to find the vacuum cleaner. How thoughtful of her. A mum of 3 who died recently left this for her grieving partner around the home. And Paul, her partner, said, Denise was writing the book for me so I could do the jobs around the house, like use the washing machine, cleaning, cooking, and do the vacuum cleaning. Denise was making sure I could do them as well because she knew she was very ill and wanted me to be able to cope with the everyday tasks after she passed. She also left a message with me to look after the children and her granddaughter. It was a fantastic thing to do. That was Denise, totally selfless. This list sums her up because she was always thinking of her others despite being very ill with cancer. So thoughtful of her. And what a lucky family to have had her. And my final story is actually about Amazon.co.uk, this online retail giant. And listen up, if you're an expectant mum, Amazon is giving away a free baby box and it's worth £40. So if you're an expectant mama, this February you may be able to get one of these. So the Amazon baby box is worth over £40, as I mentioned, and includes things like a blanket, a baby bottle, travel nappy bag dispensers, and the list actually goes on and on. And the baby wish list manager at Amazon.co.uk, Ling Sang, said becoming a new parent can take you into a whole new world of products that you never knew existed. And it's no surprise that parents may feel overwhelmed. So we've created this Amazon baby box to give Prime members a helping hand in the first weeks and months of parenthood by delivering a hand-picked range of must-have essential directly to their door. How cool is that? So that's interesting. But anyway, that's all we have time for today. Back to you, Chris, in the studio.
Thanks very much to Jenny there. So guys, we are going to be going to a quick break now, and after the break we'll be seeing the lovely makeover that Maegan Gregoire, our makeup artist, has done. And also later on I'll be giving my own tips on how to make our parents happy. And sometimes it's not the big extravagant gestures that count, it's even the small things. So we'll see you after this. Hi, I'm Chrissy B, and my show is all about improving your mental health and being happy. Join me every Monday, Wednesday and Friday at 10 p.m. on my channel Sky 203. Visit chrissybshow.tv for more information and subscribe to our YouTube channel Chrissy B Show. You can also follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Chrissy B Show and on our Facebook page, The Chrissy B Show. Welcome back to today's show. We've been giving another special guest a lovely makeover. Now, fortunately, Cynthia couldn't be with us here in the studio today, but we are going to be looking back at some 60s styles that she did for us not so long ago. So let's take a look at this first.
All right, so on to the inspiration with the clothing for the 1960s. So one of my favorite decades, for sure it is, and we're just going to start actually with Chrissy in Swinging London, and we'll show you the different styles that we have going on today. Some of them modernized and some of them right back to the 60s. So we'll start with the first slide here, and this one is just the Mondrian art of Italian painter. And then we have the next slide here where Yves Saint Laurent drew his inspiration for the famous Mondrian style dress, the shift dress. And we have Chrissy today wearing a very, very close replica to that dress. This one's done by Tracy Ellen. She's got fabulous go-go boots, actually from the 1960s. And you can see that Mondrian print, the lines in monochrome. It's absolutely timeless. So Chrissy, how do you like your look for today?
I really like it. Nice.
Back to
I like
the
black
60s.
and white blocks and stuff.
So this would be like sort of a modernized version of the 1960s, which is what you want to do when, you know, a trend goes back in time. You want to make it sort of your own. Next we have, for my slides, you can see this was taken out of a catalog from the I believe it was 64, and you can see just that nipped in waist look to those dresses and a longer skirt, and that's what I've put myself in today. So we have myself in these white go-go boots, again I got these in Japan from the 1960s. So we got the white go-go boots, right? And then we have this nipped in sort of pink dress that's actually from the 60s. And you can see here that the belt is actually missing. It is an actual vintage piece. So very simplistic, the 60s were very simple with the colors and the shapes, but I've modernized it by putting, you know, some jewelry that's quite modern. We've got a scooter bracelet and also, you know, the mod symbol bracelet on the Tiffany, charm on the Tiffany's bracelet. So you can kind of make it your own and modernize it in that way. Moving along with the rest of my slides here, we have this one is Twiggy, and again, like the makeup like Maegan was talking about, Twiggy's just one of those iconic images from the 1960s, and you can sort of see the simplistic makeup, you know, the nude look there on the lips that Maegan has done on myself. And the next slide shows basically my hairdo for today. I tried to make it look like the Ronettes. This is a 1960s musical group, and you can see the beehive going on there with a dark fringe. Last but not least, we have the men's style, right? So we have the geometric prints. This is the small faces band in the 1960s as well. So I'm just going to talk about Maegan, what I have Maegan in, and that is to go with her Cleopatra look. I took one of my 1960s actual vintage pieces that I found actually in Saskatchewan, and I've put her in that. So we have, again, go-go boots from the 1960s, a very big essential to making your look like the 1960s. And I've got this purple dress with this lovely cord detail and these brass sort of eyelet loops. Just very, very vintage, and it really goes with her Cleopatra look. Just to finish off the segment, I was just going to show you a few of my favorite items that I've collected over the years, just to give you some inspiration for that 1960s look that's trending. So we have this shift dress again. You can see the simple shape of this dress. Looks quite, it's more of a summer dress, and we've got the block geometric shapes there in those wild colors and that polyester. We have 2 dresses here. Again, you can see that the 60s were all about colors, prints, styles, just crazy geometric shapes, isn't it? So we've got that. Then you could also go for something quite simplistic. You could go for just a basic shift dress with pockets in a turquoise. This would look great with the black boots, or
Well, these are the kind of colours that they had sort of
I
back
think
then
so,
as
yeah.
well.
Very, very bright,
vibrant
very
stuff.
bright. And then they kept the makeup very like black and white or very, you know, geometric and just simple. What we are seeing though in spring, summer 15 is we are seeing some remade versions of the 60s. So you can see this awesome shift jacket done in I guess that's like a light green, isn't it? And you can tell it's got the nice like the scoop neck. We've got the buttons. It's very simplistic in shape. It's got the 2 pockets. This would be Essentials version of the 60s jacket. Or you could go for something a little more vintage, and a piece like this is quite colorful. Megan, if I'll just get you to demonstrate that one.
It's lovely, that jacket.
Do you like it?
Yeah.
I love that one. So that one there is very, you know, geometric, of course, on the outside. We've got the black grid lines there. Definitely can't miss that from the 60s. This one here, we also have, I'll just show you this one on. You can see the detail that they've put on the inside of that.
Lovely.
So, you know.
Makes you want it to be a windy day so it can show.
Definitely. So, yeah, that's it for today.
Cool.
So.
What's your favourite look, Cynthia, from the 60s?
Mine is basically I really like the Brigitte Bardot look. I really like that simplistic makeup, and then I really like, I think you can't have too high of a beehive, in my opinion, so that's sort of my look.
Okay, how about yours? Very good.
I'd have to say Cynthia does it look very well, but I would like obviously the more bolder, expressive look. So maybe, you know, you or I, Cleopatra, I'm vibing her. So I would have to say that as well. I do enjoy like the dress with like the collar, you know, like the one that you had here. These type dresses.
The bold geometric
I like
prints.
those, yeah.
Can we get a close-up just of all the boots? Can we
yeah,
just like
okay.
show all the boots together? Yeah.
These are actually vintage boots.
They are. Every pair is from the 1960s, so they're are they comfortable, Chrissy?
They are.
I have to say mine
Eventually.
are,
We squeeze into them. Yep.
mine aren't so comfortable, but.
So thanks very much there to Cynthia. So now it's time to see what Megan has done with the lovely makeover for Melanie. Let's take a look at a picture of Melanie before. And now let's go to meet her now. Hello, Melanie.
Hello.
How are you, my darling?
I'm good.
I think you look beautiful.
Thank you.
Megan's done a lovely job. Now, I know you're not used to wearing a lot of makeup, so this is a bit of a change now of your comfort zone a bit, but I think it looks amazing. What do you reckon, Megan? Well, you're a bit biased anyway, because you did the makeup.
I think she looks amazing.
Yeah.
I think she could suit a number of looks, but really it's what you feel comfortable and beautiful in.
Yeah. So tell us about the look that you've chosen for Melanie.
So today we did do a kind of neutral set eye with some warm browns, blacks, and a little bit of coppers. So if you see, we've just put a winged liner on there, not too far out, just to accent her nice eye shape. So she's got some beautiful lashes here, and we've just done some very subtle cheeks because we got this glam kind of neutral Vogue look vibe going on here. So one of the things that we did want is we wanted a shade of pink, a shade of pink on the lips, but actually we got this nice 3-dimensional lip by using about 3 colors. So if you've got a dark liner, which you use naturally and you want to amp it up for the evening or let's say a special event, you know, take your shade of lipstick that's a little lighter in the same family and you can put that on. Leave a little room in the middle, and how about you take a little adventure and get a gloss that's a little more light than this.
Okay.
We actually used a white one. I've left it in the back, but yeah, it's white. It's got a rainbow iridescent shine to it, just to give in the little bits inner of her lips, that reflective light.
Okay.
And so when you look at her, you just think, wow, she's got gorgeous, beautiful lips. I want that color and shade, but what they don't know is custom made, and that
really?
You can make it. So it's a Melanie
Melanie special.
Yeah, Melanie special. So so that's just a little secret that you can use when you're going to special events or really want that special touch to your makeup look.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Also, when you're doing the eyes, you also want a rule of thumb, unless you've got really close set or really far set eyes, you want to use the lighter shades, because there are about 3 or 4 shades we've blended in here. You want to use the lighter shades starting from the inner eye and then blend the darker shades outer, because otherwise you're going to get the opposite effect. If you start with the darker, then your eyes are going to look closer together, and it's not going to be very complementary. Okay. So there is kind of guidelines. They say there's no rules to makeup, which is true.
There are, well,
they're kind of.
Kind of.
They're kind of. But yeah, and also Melanie's skin's quite sensitive, but she said to me, you know, that she tends to get oily. So we did do a base, which would mattified her skin. So just a mattifying moisturizer, and we just patted some powder in the areas which would...
Just regarding as well people that do have sensitive skin, because many of them I think will just kind of just stay away from makeup altogether and not even risk it because they're worried about their skin. Do you have any specific tips for that, like for foundations and things that they can be careful of because of their skin?
It really, if your skin is really sensitive, there are products out there that do make lines that are hypoallergenic. So, you know, Clinique's a good one. Origins, really people with sensitive skin that they have no parabens, paraben-free stuff. So really you don't have to put, again, a lot of makeup on, especially if you have sensitive skin. Then you might just want to use a product that doesn't have any extras in it. For instance, she said that her skin was quite sensitive, so she, you know, might not use maybe some perfume type infused makeup products. Like I know when, you know, I love the lovely smell of my Givenchy mascara. It just smells luxury, but I'm sure that would be irritating to somebody who was very sensitive around the eyes. You know, might not be, but you know, so things like that that you could be kind of more aware of what's in your makeup product.
And Melanie, you didn't quite know what was going on today, did you? Because her daughter nominated her because she thought, you know, you're very special and you've been through a lot, and she wanted to treat you today. So that's why you're here, just so you know. And that's why Maegan's done this lovely makeover for you. So Maegan, thank you so much again, and we'll see you again next time. And Melanie, you're going to stay with me because we're going to hear all about your story and why your daughter loved you so much. She says you're an amazing mum. All right, guys, so join us after this. Hi, I'm Chrissy B, and my show is all about improving your mental health and being happy. Join me every Monday, Wednesday and Friday at 10 p.m. on my channel Sky 203. Visit chrissybshow.tv for more information and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Chrissy B Show. You can also follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Chrissy B Show, and on our Facebook page, The Chrissy B Show. Welcome back everyone to our makeover show. So today we've had the lovely Melanie Brown on with us, who's had her lovely makeover before the break with Maegan. And also just to let you know that it was actually her daughter Lenishae who nominated her because she thinks her mum is wonderful. So Lenishae, can you tell us again, for the benefit of the viewers that missed the beginning part of the show, why you nominated your mummy who didn't know what was going on?
I just think because she's been through a lot and she's helped me so much over going to university and staying in college. I think it's time to do something for my mum.
Okay. But you mentioned earlier that you were a bit of a terror growing up. Can you tell us a bit about that?
Well, I don't like rules, so she'd give me rules and I'd basically disregard them, do what I want anyway. So
Is that still now, or was it before?
still now, but I'm older now, so I can do what I want.
Yeah, okay.
But before, obviously, I was living at home, so I kind of had to listen to what she had to say, and I wasn't listening. And my little brother and sister were following me as well, so it just made things difficult.
All right. Do you regret not listening to the advice?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do now. Okay.
Yeah. She's going to hold you to that. All right. So tell us, Melanie, this kind of stuff that you've been through, that and why life has been so difficult for you. What's been going on? Where did it all start for you? Is it mainly with the kids growing up, or?
Yeah, it's just been a lot of stuff since youth, teenage days, and being with an abusive husband for 10 years, and then, you know, going from refuge to refuge with the kids.
Okay. With the kids?
Yeah, having to run with the kids. Yeah, so it kind of disrupted their lifestyle.
Yeah.
Yes, they went a little bit AWOL.
Okay. Now, what would you say maybe has kept you strong through all of this? Because obviously that couldn't have been that was a very, very difficult time for you. So how did you manage to keep it together? Because you've got how many kids? Three? Three children. And what are the age gaps between them?
There's Lenishae, 19, my middle one who's 16, and then the youngest who's 8.
Okay. All right, so they were quite small. Were they quite little when you were moving from?
Mostly the two girls.
Yeah.
The youngest one weren't so much involved with that. But,
okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think it's just staying together. I don't know where the strength came from to keep it together, but.
But that's what mums do, don't they? Because that's I think mums have got this kind of. I'm not a mum, but I know from my own mum, like even when things are really, really bad, they just when you got kids, you just find the strength, even though you feel like you're losing it and losing the plot, and like you can't manage and you can't cope, but somehow you do.
Yeah. And I think it's knowing that the kids are good kids. They are good kids. And
Lenishae, what did you see in your mum like through all of this, and how she's handled everything?
Well, she kept us all together and grounded. Like with me, I just wanted to go off and do my own thing, but knowing that my little sister was there and I had to look after her, and if my mum was struggling, I'd have to look after my mum as well. So I just have to be there for my mum.
Okay. And were there any other issues that you had and how did you overcome them?
There's been a lot of things, but, you know, because we just found out that my 8-year-old is autistic and has ADHD.
Mm-hmm. Did you see? What did you notice in his behaviour?
Yeah, from he was a baby, he was different. He used to have real severe breath-holding attacks. He was in and out of Great Ormond Street.
Okay.
So I've been pressuring the school for years and years and years, and we've only just had an assessment.
Really, after so long?
Yeah, and that is because of me just pushing and pushing and pushing, because I know that, you know, I didn't want him to be labelled as a naughty child, because I know he's not naughty.
This is the thing, because only a mum would understand that, because sometimes it's very hard when your child's in school and like they're kind of labelled, and you know your child, you know how they are at home and just their character in general, and then I suppose in one sense it's kind of a relief in the sense that you know what's wrong. But in the other one, it's like, okay, what now? How am I going to deal with this now? Is it like mixed feelings?
Yeah.
But you know, there's lots of support and stuff.
Yeah. See, at the moment, because he's only just been diagnosed, so it's just me and her just trying to deal with it, and we've not had any outside support yet, or knowing, and we're just trying to read up and.
Yeah.
It's hard.
It's hard, but you know what? You're going to get through it. I know you are, because you've already been through a lot, and all of you have been through a lot, haven't you? But you're still here. But the thing is, especially now that you've just found out, I know it's a shock, and I know it's like, oh my God, what we're going to do, and how we're going to cope with this. But you will, and like I said, there are lots of places out there that you can get help from, whether it's like something help supporting the schools or even like charities and stuff, because we've had so many people on that deal with these kind of things. So don't try and do it by yourselves. Don't try and do it by yourself.
Because I'm worried when she goes, she'll stay with me for a few weeks, and when she goes, I'm just like, oh God, because it is just me dealing with it, and it's just like, oh God, am I gonna go?
You will. You'll find a way, definitely. But like I said, don't do it on your own. Get the help out there, because there is help available, okay? Lenishae, anything you'd like to say to your mum, like...
Love you. Oh, I headbutted you, sorry.
They're funny, these two. And do you appreciate everything that she's...
Yeah, of course I do.
Yeah.
I think I wouldn't be going to university in September if she didn't tell me I had to go.
Yeah. Sorry. She's telling you have to go.
Yeah, basically.
That's so funny.
But I stayed in college and now I'm going to university. If it weren't for Mum, I'd probably be... God knows.
Yeah.
God knows.
What are you going to study?
Law.
Okay.
International law.
All right. And you like that, or is Mummy making you do law, or do you actually like law?
Well, I want to be a lawyer, but I'd rather be a pilot. So to do that,
hang on, what?
I've got to get a degree to do my pilot training.
Okay.
So I'm going to go do law, and then after that, do my pilot course.
Okay. That's different. I've never heard someone wanting to do a pilot course before. It's good.
Yeah,
That's
she's
really
always
nice.
wanted to be a pilot.
Don't know why you put in that face. It's a good career.
Because I'd like her to be a lawyer.
All right. Well, look, at least you're doing both, right? Yeah. So you can see what one works out and what one you like, and then you can see that. And what do you think of her going to uni?
She didn't have much choice.
Okay, I wasn't expecting Cynthia to go this way. They're quite funny, both of them. All right, my love. So I wish you all the best with everything that you're doing, with the uni course, and with everything that's going on. I'm sure you'll find a way out of this.
Yeah,
okay.
Thank you.
All right, keep strong. And thank you so much for coming on. Thank you for nominating your lovely mummy. She's great. Okay, well done. All right, guys. So before we go to break, we're just going to take now a look at a fitness tip with Ben Cooper.
Hi, I'm Ben. Welcome to the Move 360 studio. I'm back with my Swiss ball. And we're going to do some exercises for the posterior chain. So the posterior chain is the glutes and the hamstrings, particularly calves as well. Notoriously weak with most people. Anybody can do these exercises, men and women. They're particularly good for women to do to strengthen that posterior chain. You're going to start with the Swiss ball on your back, okay? And this is called a supine lateral ball roll. It works every muscle in the body, but particularly the ones we're focusing on today. So you start like this, and then you're gonna shuffle over to one side, so you're nearly falling off the ball. Shuffle back again. Again, nearly falling off. That's when you're gonna feel those glutes, the abdominals as well. Keep going forward and back. Shuffling the feet like a crab onto the shoulders. So I've done about 3 reps there on each side. You can do up to 7 to 8 reps on each side if you can, but build it up slowly. It's quite tough, it's harder than it looks. The next exercise we're going to do, you're going to be on your back. So this again is for posterior chain, particularly hamstrings. So the legs are going to go onto the ball. You're on your back, arms to the side because you'll need them for balance. Hips up, and then curl the ball in. 1, 2, 3. So the ball's getting right underneath the legs. The body stays upright, so you're using your abdominals as well. And on that one, you want to aim for about 15 to 20 reps to start with to really get some stamina built up in those hamstrings. You'll find that one really tough, but it looks easy again, but it'll get your posterior chain working and get it really strong.
Okay, so thanks very much there to Ben Cooper. And of course, as we know, we always talk about fitness and health on this program because that is a way of looking after yourself physically and also mentally, because as you know, physical exercise does have an impact on your mental health, and it's also pampering yourself in a way. All right, guys, so we're going to go to a quick break now, and after the break I'll be talking about ways to give back to your parents and how to keep them happy. And also I'll be showing you a lovely place that we went to visit with a friend of mine for some extra special pampering. See you after this. Hi, I'm Chrissy B, and my show is all about improving your mental health and being happy. Join me every Monday, Wednesday and Friday at 10 p.m. on my channel Sky 203. Visit chrissybshow.tv for more information and subscribe to our YouTube channel Chrissy B Show. You can also follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Chrissy B Show and on our Facebook page, The Chrissy B Show. Welcome back to today's program. Now, we were very honored to be able to treat another very special individual in the form of a makeover here on the Chrissy B Show. And if you know anyone that you think deserves a makeover and you'd like to nominate them, you can do so via our website, chrissybshow.tv. You can also tweet us at Chrissy B Show and also get in contact via our Facebook page and leave a message there, The Chrissy B Show. Now, speaking of treating someone, I also had the opportunity to treat a very special friend at the Thai Square Spa in Trafalgar Square. Let's take a look. Who's the marketing manager here at the gorgeous Thai Square Spa. And Sarah, I have to say, as soon as you walk in here, it's absolutely breathtaking.
Yes, it's a lot of people said it's like another country, another world.
And it's not just the way it looks, also the lovely smells that you experience as soon as you walk in.
It's called, the smell you are smelling at the moment is called Rajawadi flower. It's from our own product.
Tell us a bit about the spa and what you offer here.
Yeah. So basically now we offer we offer Thai massage. We offer a lot of beauty treatments as well, just like body scrub, body mask, body wrap, and we also do facial as well. And apart from the treatment we provide for clients, we do have Zen Space area as well. Zen Space is like a jacuzzi, sauna and steam room.
So this is something that I've never done before. It's a very nice experience. I've had the scrub first of all, and obviously we're under this great shower that just gets the whole of your body. And now I've got the mud on me from the Dead Sea, and it's very, very good for your skin because of all the minerals in it. And now I'm wrapped up in foil. So this is I can feel the heat from everything, so it's really nice and relaxing, and I know it's doing my skin a lot of good. So Sarah, I know, for example, many people in London, they see having a massage or a spa experience as a luxury. They don't, and if they have time, or if it's like a treat to have something. But I know in other countries it's as part of life, isn't it?
Yes, exactly. In Thailand, in the old days, 200 or 300 years ago, the massage treatment was originated in Thai temples. And even there used to be something scribbled in Thai old medicine book, saying that when you feel ill or when you feel tired or exhausted, you can have a massage. It can cure everything. Yeah.
And also gets rid of toxins and things like that, doesn't it?
Exactly. This salt room is like it's got Himalayan salt brick. It's from Himalaya. It's believed that it can cure some illnesses.
So at the moment we're having the floral foot soak, and this is apparently like a traditional thing that's done before any massage or any treatment that you have here, and that's an opportunity for the client to speak to whoever's doing the treatment about any medical conditions, about the kind of treatment they're going to have. So it's just really nice and welcoming. All right, guys, so we're going to have our massage now, so I'm afraid the cameraman has to leave the room. Bye. Well, everyone, we've had a fabulous time here today at Thai Square Spa. And Candice, how was it for you?
It was such an amazing experience. It was so relaxing. So starting off with the jacuzzi, such a great start. Then I went into the salt room, which was such an amazing experience. Then we went on to have the full body massage. Amazing. I think I should do one of those every week.
I mean, there have been studies shown, and we've also spoken about it on the show before, about how important physical touch is. And studies show that those that are physically touched more, they're happier and they're healthier. So it's something that's very, very important for all of us. Definitely. And you know, sometimes people have their families abroad, they're not close to anyone here. So just to have that contact is really nice and just great for you.
Yeah. And finally, the facial. I fell asleep during the facial. It was absolutely amazing. It was the scents, the smells, just how they treated you as well. Like everything was wonderful. So from the start to the finish, the staff, everything.
So guys, yeah, we have reached the end of our experience, unfortunately, but it was wonderful. The hospitality here is amazing as well. So it's definitely something that we would recommend everyone, you know, to take care of themselves and treat themselves sometimes, because it's definitely great fun. So a very special thank you there to Sara Lee and to all her team at the Thai Square Spa. They were amazing. Now for us to go to the tips that I've prepared for you guys at home today. And this is tips on how to give back to your parents and how to keep them happy. So you don't always have to do anything elaborate and big. Sometimes it's the small things that count. So the first point that I have is to be grateful. So everyone wants to be appreciated. And even if you think, oh, you know, my parents are pretty confident, or, you know, mum doesn't really mind about things like that, you'll be surprised. I know you're used to your parents, you're used to how they are, but they like the thank yous, they like to feel special, they like the hugs. So make sure you are grateful, because sometimes they do go through things that maybe you don't even know about, and they've kind of kept it to themselves not to worry you. So always bear that in mind and be grateful for everything that they've done for you. Maybe you say, but they haven't, you know, they didn't give me everything that I wanted, but probably they did try their best. So be grateful for what they did give you. So my second point is don't ignore them. So this is especially for the older children now. I know you're very busy and you have lots of things going on in your life, and you have your friends and you have your work and everything like that. But try to, if you have to, even schedule them in, see them regularly, maybe even go out with them, because sometimes it is quite easy to get caught up in our own lives, but we can't ignore our parents. So even if you say like, okay, I don't really have, maybe the parents live abroad, for example, there are also ways of paying them better attention. So for example, maybe you just message your parents. Maybe you just send a quick text or a quick, a quick message, and that's all. But why not just sit down and have like a Skype conversation with them, where you're actually looking at them through the camera if they have the facilities as well, and you're giving them 100% of your attention. I think they'd prefer that than lots of text messages and things, because it's like you've put more effort into it. And something that I did recently, actually, you can also treat your parents. My mum was visiting recently, and what I did, she went out, she was staying with me for a couple of days, and she went out with my mother-in-law. I didn't go on purpose, so I could stay home and do something for her. So what I did, I decorated the room, I put like candles everywhere, I put some nice spa music on, and when she came home, I treated her to a 1-hour massage. And she loved it. When she saw the room, she almost cried. She said, oh, I don't deserve this and that. But of course she deserves it. She's done so much for me. She's a great mum, and I wanted to treat her. It didn't cost me anything. You know, it was just, but I just put that extra effort into things, and it was something that she really, really appreciated. So that's something that you could consider. My third point is contribute. So this could be, for example, around the house if you still live at home, and financially as well. So make sure you do stuff around the house, because it is tiring, looking after a house or a flat. It does take a lot out of you. So if you can do your bit by, I don't know, doing the washing up, sticking to a schedule or something that can help around the house. And also financially, this is I think I've spoken about this before on the program, but this is a regret that I have, that I didn't help when I was living at home, because I was very selfish back then. I would say I was at uni, but then I had 1 year off where I was working, and I didn't give anything to my parents, and I have no idea why. I was so wrapped up in my own world and thinking about myself and the problems I was going through. I didn't contribute anything, and they didn't ask me for anything, because okay, I suppose they had enough, but still, even if you think your parents have enough but you're able to give something, even if it's buying some shopping or doing something for them that can help take that load off. My fourth point is lead a good life. Now, no matter how old you get, your parents will always worry about you. But if they know you're doing well and looking after yourself, that will mean so much to them. It will be a big weight off their shoulders. And also, when other people have good things to say about you, that really helps them to kind of think, phew, my son or my daughter, they're okay. So make sure you, not just for yourself, so you need to lead a good life for yourself as well, but it really does make your parents proud too. And my fifth point is, ask their advice. Now, parents, and every one of us actually, we like to feel useful. And sometimes when kids get older, which is okay, you get very independent and you're living your own life, and that's fine. But sometimes it's nice just to ask advice about something, even if it's something small. And I remember again, when my mum was here, she saw me making something in a slow cooker, and she just said to me, why don't you just turn the chicken around? It's going to cook better this way. And straight away I said, okay, Mum, I'll do it. She goes, you don't have to just because I said. And I said, no, it's a good idea because it makes more sense. There's more meat on this side, so it's going to cook better this way. So, and I know she felt good about that I took her advice. And sometimes it's just small things that they can still feel useful. They can still, feel like they're contributing to your life somehow if you're not living together anymore. And I even said to her, Mum, look, if there's other things that you can help me out, give me tips and stuff, I really want to hear them. And also for the bigger things, they do have lots of experience, more experience than you in most cases. And there are pearls of wisdom there that you can learn from them. So always, consider asking their advice sometimes, and I'm sure that will make them really, really happy. Well, guys, we are reaching the end of today's program, but if you want to get in touch with us, please, we really love to get your comments. We've been receiving some lovely comments lately, and I've been reading every single one of them. Let us know what you think of the show, if there's anything that you'd like to see more of. Maybe you'd like to suggest a topic. We're all ears, and we're waiting for your emails and your correspondence. You can get in touch via the website, chrissybshow.tv. You can also tweet us at Chrissy B Show, or leave a comment on our Facebook page, The Chrissy B Show. And don't forget, if you yourself fancy a makeover, maybe you think you're a deserving person for a makeover, let us know why. Send us a message and we will consider you, or if you'd like to nominate someone, that would be great too. All right, guys, so until next time, bye-bye for now. 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to today's makeover show, and now we've just been having... No, we haven't. And now let's go over to the makeover to see what Teresa has done. It's Maegan, it's not Teresa.